Hey Ben,
Hey,
long
how are you,
time no
man?
see.
Yeah,
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 good
it's been
dude.
like a couple of years, man. That's crazy, huh?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. How's that? Bit of
Yeah.
light.
Yeah, there we go. Cool. Um,
How?
yeah, so how's things, man? How was obviously, yeah, well, it was August 2021 we last spoke right after lockdown
Wow.
sort of hit Brizzy, yeah? Like what's
Yeah,
obviously you got the new album, but what else has been going on with the band since then? Like, since we last spoke?
we've been busy. We've played some cracking shows. We did Blacken. That was amazing up at Alice
Yeah.
Springs. Man, dude, I can't tell you how many times I just went get fucked. That through that whole thing, it
Yeah,
was off the chain good, eh? It was really,
that's really
really
cool.
bad.
Yeah.
We jagged the support for Smashing Pumpkins and Jane's Addiction. Played
Mm.
2 shows with them. That was really, really rad. Done some shows with Frankenbach. Been up and down the East Coast a bunch of times. Been having lots of fun. Lots and
No,
lots of
yeah,
fun. Brought out some videos. Yeah, it's been
yeah.
rad.
No, good to hear, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I keep looking to see. I was hoping there'd be another one of those fests this year, but I haven't seen anything.
Yeah, I've seen talk of next year.
Okay,
I
good. Yeah.
So after we went to that, I owned a just a straightforward Ford Ranger when we did that. It was a massive effort. Flights were really dear. We were a late call in for the show. A
Yeah.
band pulled out and they went, right, oh, you're next in line. Get here. And
Mm.
flights were off the chain to get out there by that stage because we only had a few weeks. So we flew to Adelaide and drove from Adelaide straight up the guts of Australia all the way to Alice Springs, played
Yeah.
that show, drove home and did it. But it made me go and buy a Land Cruiser and fit it out for camping gear and stuff because we didn't see anything. Like we drove straight through all the cool shit,
Yeah.
drove
Yeah.
straight past it. I was like, wow, there goes something really cool. And we'll just keep driving.
Mm.
So yeah, next time they have it, I'm definitely doing it as a punter, and just going to take my time to get out there and just enjoy some rad shit that Australia's got to offer.
Yeah, it's funny you say that. It may not. I mean, we were hoping this year, but it hasn't happened. We're thinking the same thing from WA. We want to hire something and just drive across. It'll be good fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, man, what an experience!
Yeah.
Even though we didn't see much, still a really rad experience for the whole band
Mm.
in this little tiny camper van. But it was sick, man. Like,
Mm.
and all the bands that we hung out with, and had a beer with, and mosh too, and
Mm.
like, and the like the backdrop,
Mm.
like this massive stage. It was all really cool. And there was like this really cool boat thing at the front of the stage, and the backdrop were these massive cliffs that change color as the sun comes down. It's just like, where does this ever happen? It's
Yeah.
just off the chain. It was so rad.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
You mentioned Smashing Pumpkins and Jane's Addiction. How are those shows? Like, I mean, there must have been huge crowds, yeah.
Yeah, it was stupid. It was just stupid. The stages were monstrous. I was running around doing laps up and down that thing. It was so much fun. It was a little intimidating, honestly. I turned around and saw the size of that stage and went, "Well, fuck me, it's massive."
Yeah.
Which was a good thing. And the crowd was really awesome. We opened, so we didn't get, it's not like we got the Smashing Pumpkins crowd or anything like that. But we still had a good crowd, and we sold a heap of merch. Like it was an experience and a half, dude. Something I will not forget. It was funny. What's his name? The front man from Smashing Pumpkins.
Oh, Billy Corgan.
Billy Corgan, yeah.
Yeah.
He came down just after our set, and he's got a bodyguard with him and shit. It's like the real deal.
Yeah.
And I think I didn't have the nuts to walk. I really wanted to go and say thank you because it was his fault. He was the guy that said, I don't want, I want some local up and coming bands on this thing, and so it was his fault that we got the show. And I didn't I got a little starstruck, man, and I kind of wanted to walk over and go, hey, thanks, but I didn't quite have the nuts. I
Oh,
was a
well.
little bit like,
Yeah.
the dude's got a bodyguard, for fuck's sake,
Yeah. Oh, well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but it
Yeah,
was really rad.
yeah, that's cool. So July 21st, the Redline album came out. It included the last 3 singles, yeah, like Rise Up,
Yep.
came out July 21, and then Resent the Day and Dig were 2022. How long's
Yep.
this album been sort of brewing,
2 years. 2
Yeah,
years.
yeah.
So we actually went in and like we did 3 or 4 tracks at a time,
Mm.
depending on, you know, kind of what we had. And then so we'd go in, we'd do 3 tracks, release a single, and then 3 months down the track, we'd get some more money or whatever had happened, and then we'd go in and do another 3 or 4 tracks. And if you kind of knew the progression, that you can hear it in the album if you know, like, oh, that track, that track, and that track, they were the first ones, and then you can hear the next ones, kind of thing, you know, like as we've grown as a band, kind of. But yeah, it's been a big job. It was really cool to get it, to get
Mm.
the album, to get it in my hand. It's funny, we actually well, I got it sent after all that time, you know, artwork, bullshit, all of the stuff. And I got it, like I got it delivered to my house, and I got one out, and the inner sleeve wasn't there, so I had to send them all back again. I
Oh
was like,
man, that's
no,
brutal. Yeah.
yeah, dude. But you know, then it came back. It was a little bit sweeter when I actually got the real deal in my hand. It was kind of
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, yeah.
So how'd you go about deciding, because obviously you got some earlier singles that aren't on there. How'd you guys choose, which ones you wanted to put on the album?
I'm not sure. It was. You know, I suppose it was a. It wasn't a vote. It was, but it was something similar. It was just a chat. We actually recorded. There's another 3 tracks that didn't make the cut, kind of thing. You know, so
Cool.
we overdid it. And we put too many tracks on there, and we just sat down and kept chatting. There's actually been a bunch of lineup changes during the album and then after the album. So it was kind of interesting on people's thoughts that didn't have anything to do with that particular song, you know.
Mm.
It's been really hard because we've been quite consistently trying to tour, you know, money, time, all of that stuff. It weighs pretty heavy sometimes. And some of the boys just couldn't keep doing it. It's a
Yeah.
shame, but I can't blame them. I know. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's hard.
Yeah.
So you were saying about the videos, the title track video shot at Rocky Nats. Yeah, that looks cool, the big widescreen and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was heaps of fun, dude.
Mm.
That was I think like that was our kind of crew, you know. We played right next to the burnout pit in the daytime. There was so for 3 days in a row we played twice a day every day. So by the end we were a little bit burnt out, but it was a shitload of fun. Burnout. It was a shitload of fun.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was really cool. It was so the first night that we stayed there, we played that morning, and then we played that night again. And in the morning, I walked down the road to get breakfast, and I was in the middle of Rocky, and there was like a massive town PA system that was cranking out Motorhead while these big V8s were kind of driving past me at 8 o'clock in the morning. I was like, this is so surreal. What the fuck's going on here?
yeah.
And you know, the drag strip was in this heritage listed street where all of the buildings are really, really old and really cool, and it was right on the river. And you know, this big old Hemi just whoop, going past you. It's like, what the hell? It was really good because it's run by the government up there.
Oh, okay, well,
It's
yeah.
so yeah, they get right behind it. You know, they earn obviously from it. So why wouldn't they? Yeah.
Yeah, oh, that's cool, man. So how'd you get involved in it? Like, did the government contact you, or were you guys like, we want to do this? Like, how'd that kind of
No,
come?
it was I don't know. Do you know Blokes World?
Oh yeah,
Ado?
yeah.
Yeah, dude. He's we've been on his show a bunch of times now. Again, you know, we write songs about burnouts and things like that, and he does, you know, the man shed and cars and things like that. So it just kind of sits well, and we're really good friends now. I met him years and years ago in the last band that I played in, and Ado actually used to run Hot Metal back in the
Oh,
day.
right. Okay, wow.
Yeah. Well, or he got work for Hot Metal, and you know, he was in a bunch of bands and things like that. So yeah, he's our kind of people, really. So yeah, he just rang me and said, "Oi, you should jump on this. This is the contact. Go get it." And he was one of the first people we met up there when we landed in Rocky and hung out with. He's an awesome guy. Yeah,
that's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
That landslide video, where was that shot? You got this kind of like craneage looking stuff behind you. What is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a crane. That is actually a big crane. That's a really good friend of mine. who actually hit so the laydown yard. It's only 100 meters from our rehearsal room. So we quite literally had to just stroll on down there, and he just said, "Where do you want to set up?" And we didn't really have much of a clue. We're like, "Oh, I'm not sure. We could do this," and that's a big area. There was lots there, and one of the guys that worked for him is the front man from Toe to Toe.
Okay.
And he just happened to be there, and he's just gone, "Oi, this is where you should set up." And we're like, "Righto, let's do that." and away we went. It was really cool. It was a heap of fun. The same guy, got to give a shout out to Kyle from 4215 Productions. He's done a bunch of our videos now, and what an absolute legend. He's really put in and worked hard for us.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
So away from Pistonfist for a little bit, what are you listening to these days?
All sorts, man. I got stuck into Malevolence there for quite a while. When we did Blacken, one of the boys up there from Hammers, he's just gone, "Malevolence, Jeff. There's a dude in there that kind of sings old school, and there's another dude that sings new hardcore style, and you're going to really like it." And I had to listen and went, yeah, I just went down that little rabbit hole for a little while. But yeah, I'm still, it's not much new stuff, man. I'm old. I try, but I just keep going back. I'm really back into Love and Biohazard again.
Yeah, nice.
They're back. It's so cool to see them playing shows and stuff. I'm really digging it. It's cool.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Yeah. Oh man, I'll tell you what. While I've the Frankenbox last album, I've been cranking the shit out of that. Heaps of Aussie stuff. Actually, I lied. New stuff. I'm loving Mountain Wizard Death Cult, killing it. Astro Death, them dudes, man. Holy shit. For a two-piece band, what the fuck? How are you that big? Yeah, heaps of Aussie stuff, like heaps of stuff that I didn't know about. And we're playing festivals. Pieces of Eight. I think I've got the record right there.
Oh, yeah.
Planet of the Apes.
Oh, Planet, yeah, they're awesome. Yeah, I love them.
Oh my God, man. That was a clinic. That was a clinic sitting down and watching them. Like, that was just my fuck, your musos. These guys are the real deal. That was so sick. Yeah, heaps of Aussie stuff. Really stoked with Australia's music scene, man. It's so good. There is so much talent. Till You're Dead, they're a hardcore band from Brisbane. They're smashing it. They're really, really cool too. I could go on for hours, man. There's so much good Australian stuff. It's rad.
Yeah, I agree. That's cool. So you had a couple of shows in July, and then late September through November, it looks like you guys are on the road. Yeah, you got a bunch of shows coming up.
Yeah. That was one big tour that a bunch of shows got cancelled right smack at the very start of it. So it was a nice consistent tour, and then we got slapped. You know, it happens. But the big one from that, well, we've got Bundaberg next week. Bundaberg next month. Really looking forward to Bundy. We haven't been up there yet. So that should be a bunch of fun. But then we start the New Metal Mayhem tour. And that'll be really, really, really rad. That's with Anders Koselfini, who is the original frontman from Slipknot. He's coming over and playing the whole of that album, Eat, Kill, Repeat. That whole first Slipknot album, he's playing it start to finish. And Waylon from Mushroom Head, he's coming over as well. So them two guys are like, you know, Anders is doing his thing and Waylon's doing a bunch of Mushroom Head songs and his new band Killer's Confession, which really stoked to be on that bill. What a cracking bill with Chaosis and Sin Soto as well. That's 6 shows in Australia and 6 shows in New Zealand. They'll keep us well busy. Yeah.
And then you got the Gladstone Heavy Fest in Queensland.
Yeah, man. That'll be huge. That's really, really looking forward to that. We got a couple of other gigs that we've just picked up, but I can't tell you about them, which sucks. I'd love to. Yeah. We've also we're working on one more. We're going to do one more video.
Oh, cool.
We've started working on it from the album as well. Yeah, it's, you know, that consistent content thing. It's really hard to do, but apparently we have to do it. That's where it's at.
Yeah. Can I ask which song it's going to be?
It's going to be Become the Rage.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, which I'm really stoked about. That's my personal favorite off the whole album, and
Cool.
so I'm really happy to put a. We've started doing a bunch of different stuff, but we just changed our mind on a few things, and we're looking at AI now. We're going to see if we can make that happen. All of our videos have been quite, I don't know, correct and quite serious or whatever. It'd be cool to do some anime kind of stuff, something even a little bit more fun. Even though the song's serious as hell, it'd be cool to do something a bit more fun.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So Pistonfist is pretty much 5 years in now, right? Like, is that about right?
Yeah, man. Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah, we've had a cracking 5 years.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And so what's the plan going forward? Obviously lots of shows, but like, are we going to get another album in 5 years, or do you think it'll be before that, before you have another full one?
No, it'll be before that. We've got another track actually that's, I suppose it's 75% ready for the studio, which we're hoping to release before Christmas.
Oh, cool.
Just to keep that thing rolling. Hopefully just as a single. And then I really want to hit Europe really badly. I've been so keen for Europe the whole time I've picked up an instrument since a little kid. It's like Europe and the States is the shit. Yeah. But I just understand that Europe's a little bit easier and countries are right there. And I've got some mates at the moment doing fucking and all them dope festivals. I'm just going, you lucky fucking motherfuckers. And it's really good to see some Aussie bands on some of them lineups, man. That's rad.
Yeah, it is. That's cool. Yeah.
So
some of your tracks, Landslide in particular, has got a bit of a hardcore vibe going on. Is that something you think maybe you'll include going forward?
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. We're definitely kicking up a gear. We got a new guitarist in Matty Devoy, and he's come from a hardcore kind of background, and he got the spot. I pushed really hard for him because he wrote a song with our old drummer, and they sent it to me. He said, "Do you want to put some vocals on this?" And I was like, "Yeah, that'd be really sick. It's just a one-off thing for the hell of it." And after I did it, I was like, "I want that guy. I love the way he writes songs. That's so sick." We're still going to try and like I said it the other night at rehearsal, if we can drive a Nightbreed train straight into an Orange Goblin train, that'd be really, really cool. Yeah, that's kind of where we'd like to go. If it's hard, I just if it feels right, let's just do it. I don't really want to try and put a label on it or anything. If we write a blues song that we really enjoy playing, then fuck it. Let's play a blues song. Probably not likely. But I don't. I like that idea of just playing what feels right. If it feels right, it feels right.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome. Well, Jeffrey, thanks heaps for your time, and it looks like you got some good times ahead, man. Playing all those shows, that's going to be a blast.
Man. We want to get over to WA. We're really, really keen. I've been talking to a couple of promoters over there, and hopefully next year we can bust out and get over there. I actually want to come to WA. I like the beaches and stuff. I'm really keen for that shit.
They are beautiful, man.
Yeah, man. No doubt.
Yeah, cool. Oh, well, hopefully we can catch up and have a beer, man. That'd be good.
Yeah. Thanks, heaps, man. I really appreciate you taking the time to have a chat with me. It's really
good, man. No, appreciate your time as well, man. Thanks a lot, Jeffrey.
See you good, brother. Cheers,
have
man.
Have a good one, mate. See ya.
Yeah.